What is going on, Fat Bass fans? It's Saturday morning. I'm gonna try to get out here and catch a few fish before my wife has to go to work. Maybe we can get on them. I mean, it looks kind of promising. We'll see. I'm not quite sure if you guys can even see. I really can't even see. These mosquitoes or something else though. There he is. Didn't have my drag set. First fish this morning on the spinnerbait. Look at that. Early morning fish. Calm down, fella. Calm down, calm down. There we go. Look at there. Early morning fish. Boom, yeah. Let that dude go. Spinnerbait. You know, there's a lot of anglers out there, and I'm just going to use anglers as a term loosely, because that includes, you know, your recreational, your tournament, your social media anglers, all of them. Most of them, I'm gonna say most of them, not all of them, but most of them, like to keep things a secret. They don't want you to know how they're catching the fish, or where they're catching the fish, or what they're using to catch the fish. And I don't know why. I don't see what the big deal is. And there's a lot of them out there that do try to share their knowledge. And I don't really have a lot of knowledge. How do I find the term? I'm new to this myself. I don't really have all the answers. I just know what I found that works through trial and error. But every so often you come across a product, and you know, I'm skeptical about things that there's no reviews about, or no one has tried. But I come across this product, and I'll try to show you and talk a little more about it when I get done fishing. But I come across this product on Instagram the other day, and for whatever reason I felt inclined to try it. The name of the company is Spool Speed Bearings. So I come across their Instagram, and I was, you know, for whatever reason I stopped and took a look at it. And I said, you know, for the price of these bearings, I'm gonna try them. I'm gonna buy a set and I'm gonna try them. I have a reel that, and everybody has one of these reels that, yeah, I'm not saying that this reel is a bad reel. It's the Lew's Laser MG. It's the one I'm using right now. And I'm not saying it's a bad reel, but sometimes it can be a bit difficult to cast without backlashing. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna buy a set of these, and I'm gonna put them in it, and I'm gonna try it and just see what happens. So I put them in last night. Got out here fishing this morning, and all I can say is wow. These things are amazing. It has, I'm not going to throw any percentages out there, but it has greatly increased my casting distance with this reel. I mean, greatly. But better yet, let's see, I've been out here for 45 minutes now. Not one single backlash yet. Not one. These things are awesome. Now, time will tell how long they hold up. I've talked back and forth with Steve. I think that's his name, Steve. But I've talked back and forth with him through Instagram, and he said the more you use the bearings in your reel, the better they get. So we'll see. I'm not denying. There's a fish right there. Little bitty thing. Look at that little thing. Holy cow. He wanted it. Ooh, I hooked him right in the eyeball too. I'm sorry, buddy. Alright, so my battery died while I was unhooking the fish, and lo and behold, the battery I grabbed to bring my extra battery I grabbed, that thing's dead too. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna fish until this battery dies, and then I'll see you guys back at the house. Alright, so I went home. Luckily I live right here in the neighborhood. I went home and grabbed another GoPro battery. Let's see if we can catch another fish. We've already caught two. Let's see if we can get another one. See if I can get this thing adjusted right. I gotta play around with it a little bit to find that perfect balance. So all I'm doing is I'm slowly rolling this thing. I mean, I'm barely reeling it, but I'm keeping my rod tip up to keep it higher up in the water column. I'm trying to keep it just below the surface. If you see me adjusting my reel, I'm just playing around with the settings just to see what works best. And this little spinnerbait I'm using, just so you guys know, this is a War Eagle. I don't know, that's all I know is War Eagle, but it's a 1/4 ounce. It's just a little bitty thing. So for this reel that I couldn't cast anything on previously, and now I'm casting a little light 1/4 ounce spinnerbait, that's something. And I tied this spinnerbait on for that very reason, just to see how well this reel with these spool speed bearings would cast this little light lure. So far it's handling it beautifully. There he is. Ooh, he's jumping. That's a good one there. You ready to come in? Stop before you break my rod tip, boy. It's a good fish there. He bent my spinnerbait though. Look at that one. He hit it like a freight train too, boy. Took me a minute to catch up with him. Yeah, buddy. Go. Alright, let's look at this. What he did to my spinnerbait. Look at that. He bent the hell out of it. See if I can fix this. Maybe it'll run right now. I don't know. We'll see. That's 3. Yeah, it looks like it's running halfway right. Good enough. Man, I can't get over how fantastic these bearings are. I mean, guys, I'm not lying. I wouldn't push a product that I don't believe in. This is one of these reels that anytime I went fishing, I left it sitting at home because I hated using it. It was always something. And I tried it. I tried it a lot of times. But I just hated using it. Because it was always, every third cast was a backlash. And now, you can zoom this thing out there and not even have to worry about it. I mean, y'all been out here for, let's see, hour and a half. And I've had one backlash. And it was my fault. Because I was playing with the controls and I had the brakes turned all the way off. I had the spool tensioner all the way off just to see. If you want to get the most performance out of your reel and get more casting distance, I would definitely give Steve a call. There's nothing like feeling that tug on the end of that line when that fish hits that, whatever you're fishing, whatever lure you're fishing. There's nothing like that feeling. When you see that line jump, you feel that tug. I guess it's the excitement of, you pretty much know what's on the other end, but you really don't know. It's a fish. It's not a daggum grizzly bear or anything on the other end, but you still don't know exactly what it is or how big it is, or it's just the excitement. Y'all put fine straw. Good Lord, this ain't no free ride. Alright guys, so we made it back from fishing. Caught a few fish this morning. Yeah, I can't say that I went to go catch fish, because you always go fishing to catch fish, but I really wanted to go try these new bearings out. The name of the company is Spool Speed Bearings, and I'm going to link all their information down below, their website, their Instagram. Do me a favor though, go to their Instagram and comment on one of their pictures. I don't care which one it is, just comment on one of them and tell them Fat Bass TV sent you. Just go to their picture, hit the comment, say Fat Bass TV sent me. That's all you gotta do. If you'll do that for me, that'd be awesome. As far as the bearings go, there's a lot of companies out there that make these bearings. I'm not gonna name any off, but I have not found any that make them at the price point that Spool Speed Bearing sells them for. And all you're changing is two. I've never changed a bearing before. Had no idea how to do it, but it's pretty simple. There's one right here in your side plate here. Let's see if I can pull this off without tearing anything up. Woo. There we go. Drop it. So you got one in there. You can see it. Put that back on. So you have that one, and you have one right here inside your cast control knob. I'm not going to take it off. It looks just like the other one. They come with the orange seals. I messaged the guy, and after the fact, I put grease in the bearings because I'm just used to bearings having to have grease. So I put grease in them and put the seals on, and then I messaged the guy's name is Scott. I believe he's the owner. So I messaged him and asked him what's the best grease or lube or whatever to put in them, and he told me that they recommend running them completely dry, and he doesn't even use the seals. He just puts the bearings in there completely dry, no seals, and he said he found that it works best that way. So the next sets I'm going to redo every reel on. The next sets that I buy, I'm gonna not put lube or grease or anything and not put the seals, and I'm gonna try them like that, see how it works out. So yeah, if you guys will go check him out. He seems like a really good guy, makes a fantastic product. This reel, this is one of those reels that anytime I went fishing, I just overlooked it because it was such a pain to have to, you know, every third or fourth cast you was picking out a backlash. I didn't like fooling with it. Now it's on point. It's on, you know, just by changing those bearings out, and I want to say they were $15 for the set. $15, and then, you know, a couple dollars shipping. And I had them in 2 days. I don't know where he's located. I think North Carolina, but I ordered them, and then 2 days later I had them in the mail. Put them in. It greatly increased the performance of this reel. Now, he told me that if you put grease in it, it's not going to do as good. I can't imagine putting them in there dry and it being any better than what it is now, but if he says it is, I believe him. So yeah, go check him out. If you're wanting more performance out of your reel, if you're wanting smoother reeling, longer distance casting, it's going to make a little bit more noise, but that's okay. That's just how ceramic bearings do. They're going to make a little more noise. But give him a holler. Give him a shout. It's definitely worth the $15 to try. I promise you, I'm going to redo all mine. So I appreciate you guys watching. Like always, if you haven't seen this video or that video, go check it out. Hit that subscribe button right there. Hit it. We're almost at 1,500. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get it going. See you tomorrow.